morning, everyone. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing great. James was here first. Hello, hello. Greeted in German. Tag, Anja. Wie geht's? And I answered, wunderbar. Fantastic, I would say. Is it fantastic? But it has several meanings because I remembered James was happy about me saying that. And I remembered this song, Berlin, you are so fantastic. I don't know if you can really say it like that. It's just wonderful. Great. You're so great. So I shared it in the chat and listened to it, which made my mood even better. So yeah. JC also joined us. Hello, hello, JC. You're also one of the people that really are here so regularly, like James, like on the clock, on time. I love that. Yeah. I also already started thinking about the card of the day, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Water. Look at her, so serene, and yeah, in tune with her emotions, or I don't know. I read a bit about it in the booklet, and what came out to me was she asks you how well your emotions have been serving you lately. And I'm like, ooh, that's an interesting question, isn't it? How well have my emotions served me lately? If you just think about how much our emotions can, kind of toss us around, just how we feel influences everything, how we react to people, how we feel ourselves, if we have a downward spiral maybe. And it's also a good reminder that we have, to some extent, some control about our emotions. We don't have to allow them taking over all the time, or maybe we can do stuff to make us feel better. I don't know, or work through our emotions. There's lots of stuff out there. And it also said in the booklet that we should also listen how others express themselves and tune in to their emotions, So, big topic to think about. Maybe I will journal a bit about it during the first sprint, but I really love how she seems really, how would you say? She seems content, and she's very good connected, extremely intuitive, a highly attuned emotional intelligence. Whew. Love and compassion, sensitivity, strength, empathy, and leading with your heart and healing. My God, that's cool. Kaiko, hello. Quickly running to the store to get Brötchen again. Hold me accountable for doing the dishes in the second sprint. Okay, I will try to not forget and remind you. But honestly, also today, I was like waking up. I didn't want to do anything. I did my sports, which is good. But the kitchen, usually in the morning, I also clean up the kitchen from the evening, because in the evening I usually don't want to look at it anymore. But this morning I felt like, no, I will do this later. So maybe I should do the dishes too during the second sprint. Oh, JC, of course, Anja, I love being here. You and everyone always makes me feel so welcome. Oh, yes, you are welcome. I just love having us, being us all together here. Emmy, hello, good morning. Yeah, my cup of coffee isn't here. It's in the kitchen. I think I forgot it there. I already prepared it. One reader characterized this card as the therapist card. Yeah. I mean, like I said, talking about emotions is like opening up Pandora's box. Could be, when you just really focus in on your own emotions and what power they have, can have over us, just thinking of anger. You do sometimes stuff that you really regret later just because you were angry at something. I don't know. So yeah, emotions is a whew, definitely can understand why it's called the therapist card. Okay, I already set up the first sprint. I really want to dive back into journaling. I'm really looking forward to that. I will just grab quickly my cup of coffee and then I cannot wait to write. No, I don't know what, but I will see what comes up. Okay, so let's do this. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was our first sprint. How did everybody do? I journaled. In between, I got a bit distracted. I got a call from work. But I could handle it quickly and went back to focusing on myself. Yeah, I'm mainly just journaling about emotions, as the card suggested. Yeah, but nothing special happened there. I see. Oh yeah, James made me hungry. I had a new variety of Yoplait yogurt, cherry with chocolate shavings. It's not fair that you share that with us. I can't do anything about my the store that's really close by here, like less than 5 minutes walk. It's closed for this week because they're probably renovating or something. I don't know, doing something. So I cannot just quickly run get some yogurt with cherry and chocolate shavings. But yeah, I would have to go to another store that's farther away. So and Keiko, back from the store, took longer than I wanted. I really have to vent about work. No, I just saw my other supervisor and told her how my schedule, 3 days without uni, is next week 4th. When I got the job, the boss said Monday, Wednesday, Friday because there's deliveries coming for the freezer section. And you have to probably quickly restock then. The last few times that I worked on Tuesday, Thursday were exceptions because either the deliveries arrived different due to the holidays, or they needed someone last minute. No problem. Now I told her, and she was like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday, you can't. Yeah, I understand why you need to vent, which was how it was from the very start. Then she also asked, who made the shelves look pretty yesterday? And I at first thought something wasn't right and I'm in trouble. When I came around 5 p.m., some of the shelves looked pretty and I did it again the 30 minutes before closing. And another fact is that people seem now somehow a bit pissed off by me. I was told that the company that sends the people that stock the shelves in the evenings don't do the toilet paper and toast bread anymore. And if I could do it, okay. I mean, sometimes I'm too quickly through with the leftovers of the freezing stuff, but it's still a lot of time left until my shift is finished, so I can do it, yeah. Now a lot of the time, the sum of the toilet paper, especially the most popular one, is high up. Oh yeah, high up these metal shelves where you need a special device. I even have no idea what's it called in German, yeah. And I can't operate that thing because I wasn't trained in it. Oh, so it's really high. It seems like not just something you step onto. So I have to look for people who can get me the TP from up there. Mostly they are annoyed by it. Toilet paper, yeah. Mostly they are annoyed by it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a problem with work. Everyone is stressed out anyways. And so I just had this thought yesterday that when we are so stressed out, we are not treating, kind of fits with the card, we are treating the people around us, our colleagues, not as good as we would when we were relaxed, And so, yeah, they are annoyed by it because they have to do maybe something extra and help you. Sorry if I have to stock the toilet paper. Same the day before yesterday, I needed a lot from the metal shelves, and my supervisor, not the schedule told one, had to get it for me, but told me, okay, which one has to be stocked a lot because I'm not in the mood to get the rest for like 3 packages, which is something normally the boss wants us to do. And then they apparently wonder why it takes so long for me to stock the toilet paper. Yes, well, if I have to wait for people to get it for me, I understand. I hate it when there's this negativity, it's a job and you have to do it anyways. And I totally can understand that you don't want to rely on others, especially when they are annoyed by it. Maybe you should get the training to be able to deal with this device, Maybe this is a good argument. I don't know if you even want to get it because it's a side job for you as a student. Oh yeah, I understand totally. And I also have sometimes now other stuff to do although there's a lot in the freezer section. Yeah, and yeah, the problem also is, I think, with supermarket and stuff like that, that I'm guessing the supervisors have to make use of less people for lots of work. You know what I mean? That of course there's a high workload and it has to be done fast. I also always, when I go to my grocery store, see the people working there and feel like they must be so stressed out because it seems like they have to work pretty fast, and then the customers are around them, and some of the workers there seem annoyed by the customers because they are so yeah, it's like this, the mood isn't the best. And yeah, also I have sometimes now other stuff to do, although there's a lot in the freezer section, but they suddenly let very often the company people stock the freezer section. Yeah. And then I'm in the dairy section where I don't know where everything is. And it takes way longer. Yeah. Makes so much sense that this is stupid, but still. And the other colleague is then quite annoyed. Yeah, but I only know the freezer section. And the last time he helped me in the freezer section, he just put everything somehow inside, not looking at the expiry date. Yeah. Yeah, I totally can understand. It's so funny because I never worked in a supermarket. I just worked in another kind of store as a student as well. And I didn't have to quickly restock stuff, but I can imagine, especially with the freezer section and the milk, cheese section and everything, you have to do it quickly to not to disturb the cooling, so yeah. Like I said, I totally can understand that. Also, the company people also stock the shelves very often the wrong way. Yeah, and I can clean it up the next day. Sorry, I had to vent. No problem. That's what the chat is for. Just let it out. I also need to eat my Brötchen and then do the dish. This is something, eating the Brötchen is something to look forward to. Not exactly the dishes, but maybe this helps you calm down the brain. Yeah, it diffuses. Yeah. Brötchen with Nutella again. Getting more and more hungry because of you guys in the chat. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, small stuff. Yeah, in general, all crammed onto the wagon where, as the freezer section has a big ones. And yes, Nutella. At least something you can relax and eat some Brötchen with Nutella. I watched a psychiatrist who was talking about why people are lonely now. He said that one of the reasons is that people are objectively worse. People suck. And they're often less worth connecting to. Yeah, I guess, like I said, but the main reason is that everyone is stressed out, or most of the people, I would say. I don't know. Is this a wrong claim? But I would say so. It feels like it, that everyone is more stressed out, so everyone will be more egotistical, maybe, like protecting the little freedom and space they still have. And that's how I feel, this elbow society, that everyone is trying to, because everyone's stressed out and or even scared about stuff like money and things, financials, that everything works out, and then everything has to be done quickly. And yeah, like there's this whole cloud of negativity that everyone has to work through or fight through each day. I mean, it sounds really, really negative now. But Still, I think if we all had less stress, we all would be a lot nicer to each other, and also more open with. For instance, I just also read a message from my husband that some friends want to meet up on Sunday, and my immediate thought was like, I don't want to do this. I want just to be alone and time for myself because I'm doing the work through the week and really looking forward to just do nothing on Sunday, for instance. That's and probably if I didn't have as much stress during the week, I would be more open to just meeting up, which kind of leads to this loneliness, that people are more lonely nowadays. Keiko, I knew very early on in childhood that I don't like people face to face. Yeah. Same. I mean, a lot of my colleagues said that the boss should hire more people. Yes. So everyone gets finished with what they have to do. And usually it should be like that you can do it you don't have to be so hectic about it, can do it calmly. It doesn't matter which job it is. And still would have time if something suddenly comes up, something urgent, for instance. So but it feels like the work is cramped up, doesn't matter which job, if it's in a supermarket or in an office, it feels like lots of jobs. Or thinking of Emmy's job in the medical areas also, it's always too much for the time you actually have. It's because they want to not hire more people or cannot hire more people, whatever, or don't want to pay more money so that they can hire more. It's always about the money in the end. I'm guessing that this is the root cause why people are so stressed out. Not necessarily the job itself, what you're doing, but that it's too much for too few people. Yeah, MES stress is everywhere. Oh yeah, I think today I will try to be all sunshine. Yeah, the card said a little bit we still have some power over our emotions. We can do things to make us feel better. We can vent, for instance, to our friends, as Kaiko did. Let it out, not suppress it. And yeah, maybe find ways to. We had the topic of breaks this week as well with the cards, that we find little spaces in our day-to-day life where we can. I still love James' tip from yesterday. When you finish work, you get out of the clothes, change the clothes, and have this feeling of okay, that's done. I'm not thinking about this anymore. And so really make more of the free time you have. James, the psychiatrist, pointed out that people are more likely to treat people as disposable. He blamed the internet and ease of making shallow connections. I don't think our connections are shallow, though, although it's over the internet. And if it were yesterday to do the entire freezer section leftovers, 15 or more wagons plus toilet paper, that's impossible. Yeah, it is. I don't know. Apparently, I feel too much empathy even on NPC in games. Like we can't keep abusing them. Oh yeah, those. Did you watch the movie? I don't remember what it's called. Where actually the NPC became the main character. I will have to look it up during the next sprint. There was so much. I could only do the sales stuff. Yeah, work is crazy and not reasonable. But my colleagues say the same. It is tough. By the way, the wagons are always full to the brink. Yeah, and how many did you say? 15? By the way, they're always full to the brink because of how big the packages are. Yeah. Free Guy. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the movie. I should watch it. I think my kids really liked it. We watched it once, but we should watch it again. That's even where I learned that's the reason why I know what NPC means, just because of this movie. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that. They're always higher than I am, and I have trouble moving them, which also takes time. Yeah. And they have to take this into account when they plan out who works on what and how much time they get. The manager or whoever plans this. I don't know. And sometimes I have to drive out the wagons of the dairy section that is in the room before the freezer room to get. Oh God, sounds like a mess. Maybe I don't even. I also, whenever there's problems like that at work or something, I try to think about how to change the system itself, because there seems to be something wrong with the system. But yeah, when you're just an employee, you yeah, you probably won't have the chance to change the whole thing in itself. Well, they all can get the wagons out more easily because they are bigger and stronger. I can easily be buried underneath one of those. Yeah, it's also a safety concern. Hmm. Phew. Let's think of Brötchen, bread rolls, and Nutella chocolate spread, which is a way better topic. I have to wait. I'm setting up the next sprint already so that Kaiko can have breakfast and then do the dishes. And I will try to do some more journaling and relaxing. Another ad. No wonder we're all stressed out. Oh, but it's an ad for a job portal, like where you can find new jobs. It's also kind of funny that this shows up right now. Okay, 50 minutes. Here we go. Let's think of something nice. Yes, hungry. So enjoy the breakfast, and yeah, everyone else, whatever they want to do. Here, have fun. Oh, sorry, forgot to share. Here it is. Ciao. Okie dokie. That's the end of sprint number 2. And how did everybody do? Let me switch back to here. Have a look at the chat. Oh yeah, Francis popped in, said hi, and left a like. Awesome. Oh yeah, we talked about Taylor Swift. It's so cool that you got tickets, Emmy. Wait, let me start from the beginning. Yeah, that's the beginning, actually. Funny thing is that some days ago, I had a dream of Taylor Swift telling me off for lack of talent, and that spun me in such a weird mood that the only thing I was able to write was short stories. I honestly found it funny that Taylor Swift was telling you off for the lack of talent. The dreams are so interesting and cool. I think I'm back to my middle grade self. I like Taylor Swift, my big project playlist. Also, we're going to a concert in summer. Isn't that amazing? I'm not a crazy fan, but I warmed up to her with the last 3 albums. And my partner, however, following her since her early years. Oh, that's so cool that you got tickets. I don't even know if Taylor probably also does a tour here. I don't know. Never looked it up. So that's really cool. I'm pretty sure it's not so easy to get tickets, because everyone seems to love Taylor Swift. Sadly, people say that the albums I warmed up to is her darker era rather than her more pop side. I get told off by superfans. And I was immediately like, oh my God, why are they telling you off? Taylor would be appalled by their actions. How dare they? And I mean, not in a mean way. It's a lovely community. And oh yeah, my friend is making bracelets to share. That's so cool. It sounds really cool, like a fun thing you can look forward to. Yeah, and music is another way to help us enjoy life. Music is such a big factor in that, because we talked about this before, that everything is stressful, and how can we take mini breaks from the stress, for ourselves. And music is something, listening to it, playing music yourself, maybe an instrument, but also singing together, stuff like that is really bringing you back down to earth, and it's calming, it's fun. Dancing, all this stuff. Music is really cool, a really great tool to help us feel better when we feel. I once told my daughter she should have an emergency playlist. There are some songs out there, when you feel bad, you can just put on this playlist, and those are the songs that really make me happy and want to dance, stuff like that, so we can prepare for the darker moments. Keiko was successful during the sprint, ate breakfast, watched the news, and do now the dishes. Probably finished by the 3rd sprint, yeah? With the dishes, I'm guessing. Oh, and James got back from his rounds and is catching up. Anya in a band. Oh yeah, we were talking about music. Yes, I play some instruments. I was a singer in several bands. How drunk did you have to get to mention? No, I really actually enjoyed it. I even tried to get back into it after my son was born. So after my smallest kid or my youngest kid was born, I also went back to do some music with some people, and we also had some, I think 1 or 2 gigs, but I stopped because it was too much on top. I tried several things with another friend. She also wanted to sing while I play the violin as well, but also it was just too much on top of everything. And because yes, it's somewhat stressful for me to go on not to play music with others, that's not, but to really do it publicly, and you have to go there in advance. It takes a lot of time, to practice is the one thing, but also to go there and set everything up. And it's a lot of course, I will have stage fright or whatever it's called. And yeah, and then also self-doubts and stuff dealing with that. So it was just too much on top of everything else. And yeah, you usually have to do it on weekends, or in evenings. That's why it just didn't fit with my life as a mom. So I haven't stopped doing that. Um, Maybe I will go back to it when, I don't know when, when I stop, when my kids move out. But we still play music here as a family. So I would love to have even more time for that. Maybe a hardcover band, but instead of Barracuda, it have to be Björn, yeah. Yeah, but still, yeah, there was a time we drank lots of beer, and yeah, yeah, it was fun times, especially as a student. We also, yeah. But then I became an adult. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. When yeah, like I said, it's mainly a time thing for me. Why I don't really. I wish sometimes I had more time again for that part of my life. Um, so let's do a final sprint. Uh, for how long? Maybe another 15 minutes would be best. So, do we have a fun 15-minute timer? Or let's do the garden timer. Shorten it a little bit. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it was cool to. I also wrote songs, which was a good way to be creative in a short form creativity. Writing songs is uh, very different to writing novels. So maybe I should go back to that. I could, during the sprints, just try and write some songs, get out the guitar. Not a too bad idea. As a teenager, sorry that I'm rambling, but as a teenager, I really had a lot of time just sitting alone in my room. I practiced the guitar, which I kind of taught myself. I learned the violin from a teacher, so I knew the notes and everything. And then as a teenager, I really wanted to learn to play the guitar, so I got everything I needed from the library and a guitar, and yeah, taught it by myself. And then I sat for hours in my room just playing around and writing song texts. So that was a fun time. And yeah, I just had a lot of time then. That's probably why I could be a lot more creative in that regard. Okay, so let's sprint, the final sprint of this week. Enjoy the garden timer. Okie dokie. That's the end of my stream. And I will be back on Monday. So if you have the time, I would love to have you in the chat as usual. And I wish you all a great, great weekend. And yeah, stay healthy. See you next week and have a great time until then. Thanks for all your lovely messages in the chat. I always really enjoy chatting with you guys. Brings me lots of joy and I always feel really good from morning low mood to after the stream. I'm always like, so much better. So see you soon, my friends. Ciao, ciao, ciao.